Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Thailand monthly set strategies for the outlook of Thai stock market and stock pick in the month of July. Thai stock market has continued its upside momentums quite pretty well, especially after the Brexit vote result. So the door still opens for the trading opportunities in short terms, we think. However, with not so much upside left, so we think it seems not yet timing for the long-term investments. Let's take a look for the major factors to watch for the month of July. We think the Brexit and the Fed rate hike uncertainty is still the major wild cards that could bring volatilities to the market along the ways. Even though the Brexit negotiations and the legal process may take around 2 years before the UK officially leaves the EU, but the lingering investor concerns about the post-exit Brexit uncertainties may still keep leaks sentiments fragile. On the other hand, uncertainties over the timings of the US Federal Reserve next rate hike will also remain in the market's focus, though the Brexit bombshell has of late taken some pressures off the US Central Bank to raise the rate. But no rate hikes right now, it doesn't mean no hike this year. So we still think that gradually moving up for the Fed fund rate is still possible. Just keep a close look on them. We think the lesser effects from the Brexit, the more chance for the sooner Fed fund rate would be hiked. So we still think the Brexit and Fed rate hikes uncertainty will move the market volatilities for the months. The other factors is our internal ones. The second quarter's earnings seasons kick off. We will start with the bank sectors, which are likely to face the earning downgrades. The earnings previews in the bank sectors is expecting in the first half of this month. However, the impact of the new electronic transaction service called PromptPay may possibly lead to the 2016 and 2017 earnings downgrade revisions for the banking sectors. So it seems quite a negative impact to the bank's earnings. So for the outlook for SET index this month, we expect to see more volatilities amid the heightening fear of the global economic uncertainties. The room for the upsides also look limited after the SET index forward PE ratio has climbed above 15 times, which is the upper bound of its normal trading range over the last 5 years. On the other hand, even though the downsides may be contained, the risks to the downside still remain a cause for concerns, as the magnitude could become larger once reality kicks in. We foresee the support level for the index at 1360 or 1400 points, while the resistance level would be around 1450 to 1475 points. Trading opportunity remain open as long as the SET index can hold above a key psychological levels of 1400 points. But for longer term investments, any dip below 1395 points should be taken as an opportunity to accumulate positions. We still like the government's policy and tourism recoveries. For our key investment themes, we like the share related to the government spending, like Siam Cement, Chaw Kan Chang, Sinothai Engineering, Asifa, Asia Aviation, CPO, Siam Wellness, or the hotel like Erawan. In addition, defensive play also look more interesting during times of the extremely volatile market conditions. So we pick platinums and Bangkok Chains hospitals among our top defensive picks. For this month, our model portfolio we weight more on the Bangkok Chain hospital and added Ella1 and Sinothai Engineering to the peak for this month.
Here are the details of our picks. The first one is BCH. We are seeing the second quarter result would be good. This is due to the revenue will increase by 15 to 20% year on year, but it remain flat Q on Q. As a result of the patient volume is down due to the low season effect. And the secondly is the delay of the revenue recognition from the Social Security operation into the third quarters. And we are still looking for the second half of this year will growing as a better pace than the first quarters. This is due to the big improvement on its subsidiaries, the WMC, the World Medical Centers, that they will draw a lot of customer in. So the EBITDA will be in the positive territories from the negative territory in the past 3 years. And secondly, they are able to increase 5 to 10% in the medical fee. And thirdly is they will have an additional revenue from the Social Security operation. All of these will push up the revenue sharply in the second half of this year compared to the first half of this year. As a result, we see the earnings will climb up or growth by the 29.5%. So the growth rate is quite good, and we still have a buy rating on the BCH with a target price of the 14.70 baht per share. The second one is the hotel operation company, the ERW, the Ella1 Hotel, or the Ella1 Group. We still see the positive momentum on the tourist arrivals. For the first 5 months of this year, the growth of the tourist arrival is increased by 13%. This is more than the company expectation at 7%. And moreover, we see the China remain the top tourist in the coming to Thailand is growth by 30%. So with this thing is the momentum is still going well. We see the chance that the tourist arrival will go more than our expected 32 million tourists at the end of this year. And we see in the second quarter of this year, we see the Ella1 Group will post the profit in the second quarter for the first time in the last 8 years. In the last 8 years, in the second quarters, they suffer a loss for the 8 years. And we see the momentum is continue in the second half. This is due to the low base of the previous year, due to the political effect on the bombing of the Ella1 Chai in the Rat Pasong intersection in the year before. Secondly, they have a plan to open the 3 more new hotels in Thailand. So we have more hotel revenues, and we think the hotel revenue will increase by 15% year on year. And with all of these, we see the profits growth of this year 47%. This is the highest growth rate in the of all the operation of the hotel stock in Thailand. We still have accumulate rating with the target price of 5 baht a share. The last one is the contractor companies. The name is the Stakon Sinothai Construction and Engineering and Construction. We see the big plan, the government project, 1.7 trillion baht infrastructure plan for the 8 years. And this year we think we have the government will push very hard to have a project on the bidding table about the 500 billion baht. So this is maybe the good time for the contractor, including the Stacon, will have a chance to grab more project in their backlog portfolio. So with the backlog is on the up cycle, we see the revenue growth is just coming up. Is the revenue momentum is still on the roll, and so on the cost side we see very small chance for the margin to collapse, because right now the price of the construction mostly is kind of weakness. Is not a very strong uptrend. So in terms of the cost management, it's very easy for them to manage the margin to be in a good momentums. With this one, we see a momentum from the bidding project is coming up, and also the earning growth is expect to be good next year. So we have a buy on Stacon with the target price of the 27 baht a share, and right now the valuation of the price per book is trading below the historical peak of the 3.5 times. That would be all for our calling for the monthly strategies. So we will see you next month. Thank you for your attention.